Good morning, members of 7500 York. This is Jacob Watson, office manager. Hope everyone's having a great morning. Today you guessed it, it's volunteer day. So there is a whole lot of bustle and hustle and all kinds of voices on the first and second floor in the common areas. If you have ever been interested in being a volunteer for a committee, now is the time to enroll yourself. So, what's something great about cooperatives? Well, something great about cooperatives is the member-led efforts to help govern and make decisions and run the property. So, if you're interested in something like that, you should definitely get involved today. I'm going to read some of the fun standing committees that we have. We have an art committee, archives, finance, food service, furnishings. There's also social room under that. Giving, membership and marketing, property, landscape and refuse management goes under that. We also have resident services, health and wellness, and then vans underneath that, and then nominating committee. Very important committee, nominating. So lots of fun activities. Then we have our RAC committees, resident activities. Those committees are big screen, bulletin board, excursion, fitness, floral committee, fun and games, garden, gateway, hobby room, library, life enrichment, men of York, music and arts, neighbor awareness, newsletter, workshop, York room. So there are so many ways to get involved. There are so many ways to leverage your expertise, your passion, your knowledge. I highly encourage everybody here at some point, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next year, but within your time here, you should take your talents, your passion, your effort, and you should join a committee, whether it's a RAC committee or a standing committee. We want all members to participate, and what makes cooperatives great is community and together doing things, and the best way to do that is to get on a committee. So I encourage you today to maybe come on down, stop by, check out the tables. Don't have to commit to anything, but get a sense of what this place has to offer as far as community, learning, and working together. So please take the time to come down for that today. We would really appreciate your presence in seeing everything that's going on and that goes into making something like this, as big as it is, run and go each day. So thanks for that time of listening to me plug that in there. Now let's go over all the usual things. All right, today is Wednesday, March 11th. Let me just check my phone and make sure I'm saying that correctly. Yes, it is March 11th. We have a workshop from 9:30 to noon. I do not think we're going to be having ladies' social time in the balcony at 9:30 because we have our volunteer stuff going on. Mahjong in the balcony at 1. I do not think that will be going on today because we do have the volunteer happening again at 1 o'clock. So I don't think Mahjong will be happening, maybe someplace else. However, I know this is happening today, the third floor dinner in the fireside room at 4:30. So that should be a good time. So be sure you check that out if you're on third floor. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, I'm sure things will be cleaned up. We got dominoes in the balcony. And then 7 o'clock, we have bunko in the social room tonight as well. So 2 things to look forward to later today. And then don't forget, very important, again, we can't operate without feedback. We have our food forum happening at 10 o'clock in the fireside room, March 12th. That is your opportunity to give feedback, give ideas, hear different things that are going on in the York room. Let your voice be heard. Please come to the fireside room. I know Amanda and Chef appreciate it greatly, hearing things that they need to know. So please come to the food forum on the 12th, tomorrow at 10 a.m. so they can get feedback. Maybe you have some ideas about some food or events. Please come down and share. Again, it's an opportunity to help you as a member let your voice be heard and give feedback and make change where change needs to happen. So, and then this Saturday the 14th we have piano practice 9:30 to noon in the CAC. So for those who want to tickle the ivories, I believe is what the advertisement says. Please come down, piano practice 9:30 to noon in the CAC. And then we have indoor games in the CAC at 1 to 3 on Saturday. Let me see if I can read about that a little bit for you. Yes, indoor games. Come on down and enjoy an afternoon of indoor games. There will be bananagrams, dominoes, Farkle, Rummy Cub, I'm not sure what that is, I apologize, Sequence, and Yahtzee. Instructions and assistance are all available if requested. All games are rated 8 to 108. It's okay to come and just hang out. Brought to you by Fun and Games. Fun and Games, thank you so much. You're always having a good time. All right, York Room. Let's see what's to eat today. So today, Wednesday, March 11th, we have grilled salmon with Dijon cream sauce, sauteed green beans, and mashed potatoes. Gluten-free, $17 in the York Room. And if that doesn't sound good to you, we also do have our all-day dining menu. The 7500 burger is a standby. Chicken Caesar wrap is quite good. I've actually had that. And a salad that's very good is the York salad. So I've had that a couple times. It's a very good salad. I would highly recommend checking that out if tonight's dinner doesn't sound what you would want. And please remember, we are available for lunch service now. So please come on down and order with Emily and have lunch in the York Room. We greatly appreciate your patronage at the York Room. All right, some administrative announcements. So, we do have the member directory beta copy outside the office. Please come down and check over your information. Now is the time to make changes and make corrections or additions of information. So please go ahead, come down now and check out the beta directory. Make sure we have everything correct. If you would like also, you can just let Holly know if the door is open what needs to be changed on your account. Now is the time. We are going to go ahead and distribute the directory for all members. Again, please remember, I'm going to remind you that the table of contents and the beginning portion with the board directory, management directory, and committee directory will be released at a later time. You are only receiving the member portion. So be sure you swap out your member portion. Keep your upfront portion, and then we will deliver on the other stuff later after the annual meeting, May or June. So please know this is only the member portion you will be receiving shortly. All right, another thing administrative to announce is, I know we're probably all tired of talking about this, and I know some of you are a little irritated with us about it, and I'm sorry about that. HO6. We need those still, so if you believe you have not turned yours in, or you received a letter and you haven't had a moment to respond to us, or you're in the process of trying to collect or change your coverage, just know we are down in the office to help. Holly is available to answer questions. Mitch is available to answer questions. I am available to answer questions if you have any questions about HO6, but we still need a few members to bring that on down so we can go ahead and bring you current. So please bring that down at your earliest convenience. We would greatly appreciate it. I know I would like to be, and Holly would like to be done talking about and collecting HO6. So if you have that left to do on your to-do list, please do it, because we would definitely like to stop talking about it if we could. So thank you so much for those who brought it down, and thank you to those who are in the process of bringing it down. We greatly appreciate it. And again, the reason we're asking is to just verify coverage, see the deck page, and make sure that we are abiding by the governing documents, bylaws, make sure we're all in compliance. So if you could bring that down, that'd be swell. All right, billing statements have gone out. We're now 11 days into the month. So if you have any questions, there's any discrepancies, any issues with your bill, now is the time to come down. I would like to resolve billing matters for said month within the month that it is. So if there's an issue with your March bill, please come down in March to get things resolved. I definitely do not enjoy getting a March bill in June that there was something wrong. So please look over your billing statement, ensure that it is accurate, and if it's not accurate, it is not a bother for you to come down to the office. We want to make sure that those bills are accurate, so please come on down to the office so we can correct those. and ensure that you're being charged correctly. So if there's an issue with your York room charges, please go down to Amanda in the York room and get those bills corrected. Again, our goal is not only to be efficient, but to be accurate. So if there is something wrong with your bill, now is the time to come down. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's any other administrative announcement. Yes, Annie Vicaire is not in the rest of the week. She was in Monday and Tuesday. She will not be in later this week, so she is not available. If you have anything that you need that requires her attention, please see Kara Crow or Mitch Ohlendorf, and they can assist you in her stead. So, thank you ever so much. We really appreciate that. Comcast Xfinity. We had Tyler here a couple weeks ago. He gave a great presentation on remotes. He's also given me the ability to order accessible remotes. He went over functioning of the new equipment, so he will be back here in a couple weeks. He did have to have a procedure done and he is recovering. When he is back, I will put out an announcement of when he will be available for another event in the CAC. It's been great to have them here. So if people are interested, please email me, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know. And for those members who missed their Comcast appointment earlier this year, I have gotten dates, and I will be announcing those dates at the next managers meeting, and after the managers meeting, I'll be sending those out by email. So please attend the managers meeting or keep keep tabs on your email, because you'll receive that information of when Comcast Xfinity will be back out to complete the 20-some% of units that have not had their connections checked. So I will be announcing that at the managers meeting this month. So more to come. All right, it looks like it's kind of a cloudy day. Again, to remind you, Saturday, I'm sure you've seen on the Weather Channel, but I'm going to remind you, there is a large-scale weather event that is supposed to happen this Saturday into Sunday. A very large snowstorm apparently is coming upon us. So please be prepared for that. Know that our vendor will be out clearing the lot, but be cautious walking outside. Don't want anybody slipping or falling. Those of you who have to drive Saturday or Sunday, be very careful during these weather conditions. We don't want anybody having an accident. So know that that's coming. It's supposed to be pretty fantastic for those of you who like snow. For those of you like me that don't like snow, it sounds pretty horrible, but we'll manage. We always do. So that is coming up on Saturday. So mark it on your calendar. All right, that is all the announcements that I have for today. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. I hope some people go down, or preferably all of you go down, and check out the volunteer fair and see if maybe there's a committee today or in the future you maybe want to jump in on when you feel a little bit more at home if you're new, or maybe if you're not new, you want to try to help out on a committee. We would greatly appreciate that. All right, everyone have a great rest of your day, and I will see you around the property.